one-on-one.
You got a metal heart. Now everyone is pissed. You're just a little part. Because you still exist. I'm gonna run away.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Max 101. I'm here with my friend finally after like 3 years, man, chasing this guy. It's more difficult than Mick Jagger, dude.
Oh God! Apologies.
No. You're a friend, Tory. Tory Stoffregen. How was that?
Stoffregen.
Who came from Germany or from Europe? Your granddad, your great granddad?
Yeah, my grandparents came from Germany. They spoke some German.
Oh, really? But dude, tell me.
Dickie from Great White told me that Stoffregen means fabric rain.
Yes, because when you post something, the other day I tag you, and there was a translation on Facebook. It says fabric rain. I said, no.
That's hilarious. Yeah, we did that what was that tour with Great White? We did a couple. Oh man, Hair Nation, the Hair Nation tour.
Oh yeah.
And he told me that. I was like, man, I have to name a band Fabric Rain someday.
Dude, that's the name of a song, at least. That's the name of a song. It's very poetic. So, Tory, dude, you had for the past 4 years, you've been nonstop working. I mean, right? At least from 2016, right? And you joined Enuff Z'nuff for a few years now. You just re-edited from Motherload the Repaint, that I think is a great album. I just listened to a few songs, but for what I listen, I think the whole album is huge. What else? Well, also you've been playing like in a kind of country band, right? Like a couple of years ago, you released a video, something with Box. Remind me that name.
Yeah, the New Black 7.
That's a cool band too. So it's kind of you explore different areas in music, right?
Yeah, I grew up with a lot of different music, and my parents played old school country around the house all the time when I was young.
Uh-huh.
So, of course, I rebelled against that and started listening to punk rock and then into the hair metal. And I know people hate the term hair metal. I don't care. Hair metal. But now that I've pissed everyone off, thanks a lot for having me.
No, dude, come on.
But once I got a little older and I realized that I really loved the music that they listened to, the older school country stuff, and I just started. I was always embarrassed, I think, to play that stuff until like Dwight Yoakam came out and some of that like faster, cooler, old school stuff. And back even when I was on the road doing like covers, I always played Dwight Yoakam licks at soundcheck. I still do. I love Dwight Yoakam and all that, stuff like that. But yeah, the New Black 7. I actually joined Enuff Z'nuff in 2008.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No. That's.
But it was here and there then, right? It wasn't like a permanent, was it?
Yeah, I was supposed to fill in for 3 months for CJ Zuder. He was going to Japan with a disco tribute band, and I played one gig, and Chip was just like, "You're my guy, bro. You want the gig?" And I was like, "Yep." He's like, "All right, we're gonna go all over the world." I was like, "That's what I want to do." And then, a couple different changes in that band, and nobody was getting along at the time. And I just kind of exited after a gig where there was a shoving match. I just went, this isn't very much fun anymore. And I had started doing the country band, the New Black 7.
Yeah.
And I went and did that. I think that was like 2012, 2013. And I did that, and it's off to a really good start. And then Chip called me back. I think that's 2015.
Okay.
Tony, and bro, if I call you next week, will you pick up the phone? Just say yes or no. And I said yes. He's like, I love you, and hung up. And when he called me the next week, he said, all right, I got Tony Fennell, and I'm gonna sing, and will you do this? And I said, I'll come to Chicago and see if it's cool. And I went to Chicago and I did a rehearsal, and I was like, this makes so much sense. I don't know why I didn't do it a long time before that.
Nice. Now, I also, for what I see, you guys get along. So
Man.
you're like a family there. Like your kids playing and getting along, and that's what it's all about. It's an event in your life, right? When was it? You had like health issue, right?
Yes, 6 years ago, I had a heart attack. Yeah.
Jeez, man. And after that, you were reborn, and you say, "Fuck it, I'm going to live my life, right? I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to, appreciate, because that's why some messages I get from you is you appreciate life, and you live to the fullest, right?"
Oh man, just grateful to be alive, because my doctor said that I shouldn't have made it. And so when a doctor comes in when you're in a hospital bed and says, you're lucky to be here, don't waste another day.
Wow.
It's a huge switch when you walk out of that hospital. I hope that everybody could have that, like the eye-opening experience to just live life like that,
Yeah. And what do you change in your habits? For example, you didn't you stop partying like an animal, or I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely cut down on that. I quit doing shots and I switched to wine.
Okay.
Instead of drinking a case of beer, when we're out, just have some, couple glasses of wine, and never do shots. I stopped eating red meat. I work out every day.
Nice.
I cut out soda, fast food.
Jeez. That's
And
difficult.
I feel a million times better.
Wow.
And I think probably just the soda alone, that you go to Quick Trip or Quick Stop or Casey's or whatever you have in your area,
Yeah.
and get a 64-ounce Mountain Dew a couple times a day. My God, I don't know how I drank that crap all the time.
Dude, that's a great message. Dude, I need to quit soda. I don't drink that much, but I do it. Soda is addictive, man.
Demons in my head got me screaming, shooting out of this place.
Brother, well, I want to talk about the new project that you just pulled out, like a month ago, a month and a half ago, like Motherload Repaint. So you were saying that you grab an old album and you just redo the vocals, and you add a new, I don't know, you just remaster it. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, I always wanted to, like I was saying before we started recording, that band was around in the early 90s when, everything was switching from tight pants and long hair to Doc Martens and flannel shirts around your waist. The singer at the time, his style was very much like Iron Maiden, stuff like that I had grown out of at the time. And just that vocal style with the musical style of the songs I was writing, I was just like, man, I would love to just go back and redo the vocals someday. And I happen to have the actual 2-inch tapes that we did them on in 1994 or 5.
Wow.
And there was a studio near me that put them in an oven and baked them and put them on CD, and I put them in Pro Tools and I redid all the vocals. Beautiful. And that's all I did.
That's a lot of work, buddy. I'm pretty sure you've been more than one night away there, right?
Oh, that took months. And
wow.
I was saying, when this Corona stuff happened in February, we were in Australia. Enuff Z'nuff were in Australia. That was our last gig.
Yeah, I remember that.
We were flying home. I was like, man, I could use some time off to finish some stuff. I've started 5 albums. I really need some time to write these songs that I've been working on. And I was like, shit, I didn't need two years. I could have used. I'm like, this could all be my fault. I said, I'd really need some time off.
Very cool. And also, I remember when you were coming back from Australia, what was it that you were going to stop in Italy, north of Italy or something like that, and you canceled that because of the coronavirus?
All of that. We were supposed to fly from Australia to England, and we were supposed to do a week there, and then we were supposed to do another 2 weeks in Europe with Enuff Z'nuff. And then when we ended, I was going to go on vacation on the Amalfi Coast. And all that canceled. Nothing.
Oh man, but well, you pulled this. I think I love this record. I mean, I listened like 3 or 4 songs. So Finger Paint is that's one song, right? And also it's so different from Enuff Z'nuff. You know, no piano, no soft music. So this is chun 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 chun. It's in my head. Pain is so cool, or Pain so cool.
Being so cool.
But that's another awesome song. You added some harmonica there in Finger Paint and some roots. I feel some go back to the roots, right?
Yeah, well, to be honest, that's completely stolen from Extreme's first album. I had always loved the way that harmonica sound, and they didn't really use a harmonica in any of their songs. It was just like this intro, this cool intro, and I was like, man, I want to use that someday. And it stuck with me, and I love Extreme. I love those guys.
Wow.
And we got this blues harp player from Kansas City named Casey Mopal, and he did that intro.
Nice. Since you mentioned Extreme, did you happen to see them last year at the M3 festival here in Maryland?
God, was
because
I
probably you were in and out in that festival, right? Like
I've seen those guys so many times.
Oh, okay.
I remember I talked to them a lot on the boat on the last Monsters of Rock, and then I was talking to Pat and Nuno, and they were saying that we were going to go see him at Fenway with Aerosmith. And they were just saying, man, what a dream for some just, Boston kids to open up for Aerosmith at Fenway.
Wow.
And it's like, I'm going to be there.
Nice.
And it canceled,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I know, but it will happen. It will happen, bro. You're going to Florida, Pensacola, to the Kiss Mass, right? Party 2020.
I hope so.
Dude, they asked me to go there to be part of the crew, of streaming, on tech.
You got lips in those hips, and we all want to see those tips. You got wheels and high heels, everyone knows you're the...
Well, anyways.
There's one thing Chip loves to do, which I don't love to do, is talk about myself. But Chip, on the other hand, he will walk down the street and find someone to talk to if he doesn't have anyone to talk to.
Chip,
whenever we walk around in England all the time, like 'cause in England it's very different than America. There's like a town center where all the action is. It's like a little downtown.
Yeah.
And every time we're anywhere in England, bro, let's go for a walk. And he just wants to go for a walk, and he's such a great guy, and he wants to talk to everybody. So
he's amazing, man.
The opposite in that regard.
Yeah, talking about Chip. So you released also a couple of months ago, probably in June, July, Brainwash Generation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So correct me if I'm wrong, because I have so much music in my head, so many songs and albums. But yeah, Brainwash Generation. Tell me a little bit about it. Do you play in all the songs?
I didn't play on any of the songs.
You fucking kidding me?
Nope. I was doing the Motherlode record at the time and that was part of when we were traveling so much, and I would be home for I live in Boston, south of Boston on the South Shore. And everybody else lives, in Chicago or LA. So it's like, I have to travel an extra day. When there's a Midwest show, those guys are home. So we get home from a tour, and I'm here for a day and then turn around. So during that time of that album, I just didn't have time.
I see.
I knew I had to get the Motherlode record done for myself.
Yeah.
And, just from a money point of view, fortunate, because I really like.
So do you learn the songs? What's going to happen now when you go on tour again? So are you guys going to play from Diamond Boy, or you're going to play, or you had to learn some of these songs?
Oh yeah, we already did, and we'll play a couple of songs from the new record too.
Okay.
We did that. We did a Monsters of Rock live broadcast in Cincinnati.
Nice.
that was a while ago now.
Yeah.
It's the one time I've traveled since all this crap went on.
Yeah.
I went to Cincinnati, and we did Fatal Distraction. I think there's one or two other songs that we'll throw in the set. Man, it's just like Enuff Z'nuff. Like, the catalog is so deep,
Huge.
It's hard to pick. Man, there are songs that I would love to do that I bring up to Chip all the time. Like, and it's just like, what do you take out? You can't take out New Thing. You can't take out Fly High Michelle.
Yeah.
There are so many songs in that set.
I know, man.
It sucks that we, a lot of times we're opening for people, so you get 35 or 45 minutes. Like, there's really, like, The Baby Loves You. There's stuff that you have to do.
Yeah, man.
So,
I expect those songs. As a Enuff Z'nuff, I expect those songs, man. Those songs take me back to the 90s when I was a kid, So you cannot, avoid, skip those songs in any show, So I totally understand. But let me take you to Diamond Boy. Then you play there in that album.
Yeah, song.
Every song. Okay, let's talk about my favorite one, Metal Heart, dude. I think so. That song to me has all the components, all the ingredients that a song has to have. To me, is probably one of the best songs I heard in the past 5 years. It's in my top 10 probably. It has all the architecture of a song. It has all the ups and downs. Also, you in the guitar, you're very solid and uniform. Like, I love it how all the waves. It's like a trip. That song to me, right? And tell me, I mean, how did you work with Chip on that album?
Totally remotely. That's when I was living in Iowa at the time. And, total cliche of guitar player living in his mom and dad's basement, which I love. I love my mom and dad. People make fun of that all the time. But
No,
it's like,
man. Love your parents, man.
A lot of people don't have their parents at this age, this ripe age.
I wish I could have my dad, dude. So
yeah, man. So, like, at that time, that's not an insult to me. Oh, you live in your parents' basement. It's like, I love my parents, and I miss the hell out of them right now because I can't see them. Yeah,
man. But, yes, I like that.
I had the same kind of studio, and funny enough, like, Diamond Boy came together a little bit like Brainwashed Generation, where it was like, Chip was doing the demos, him and Tony wrote the songs. Chip took some older Enuff Z'nuff demos and made great songs out of them. So he sent me, I'm trying to think, the first song may have been Metal Heart. He's like, bro, I said, send me some of the new stuff. I want to play on it. And so he sent me, I think it was Metal Heart. And I got a great country lick in there on that song in the middle on the breakdown that I didn't think they would ever use. I would play what, like we say, pee all over it. I would just play as much as I could, solos, and then send them to Chip and Chris Steinmetz, and they put the parts in, the songs in the studio, from me recording them in Iowa, email them to those guys, and then when I heard it back, I was like, I can't believe they kept that country lick in there. It's a total, like,
I love it.
Like, on the breakdown, and kind of over a vocal, I was like, how did they leave that country lick on Enuff Z'nuff?
No, man. It
proud moment.
No, it's perfect, dude. I love the whole album, actually. And let me tell you something else. At M3 last year, like I told you, Metal Heart is my favorite song, and like, it was here and there because I was interviewing bands, going back to the crowd to see the shows, but it was non-stop, and I was kind of interviewing somebody, and I started to hear the first chorus of Metal Heart, which is unique, and it was like the Beatles. I said, I'll get back to you, and I run like a Beatle. I feel like a little girl running to see the Beatles. And dude, I'm so glad that I didn't miss that show live, because it was amazing, dude. And also, again, you nailed it. You had a great performance there. I love it, man. So it was great to see you live.
I love playing M3, and Merriweather Pavilion is just an amazing venue. It's always so cool. Yeah. I think we played there 3 or 4 times now, but with every version of the band, and that last one was definitely the most. It was just a special show. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, man. Hey, Tori, I know I say 20 minutes. Probably, I think we went over the time. Probably we
Dude,
went
I
30
don't
minutes.
care. Whatever. It's
You're
all
the
good.
man, man. No, thank you so much for your time, brother. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to you, to your girlfriend Sandra. You guys are a great couple. I'm very happy to see your pictures. That you're having. That you are happy. That's the thing. And yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's
We're,
good.
we're 2 miles from the ocean, so we go get coffee every morning and go sit by the ocean. Listen,
Yeah.
it's a great sound.
Nice.
We're
nice.
also, me and Sandra are doing a band. Me and Sandra and
Yeah.
Dan Hill from Enuff Z'nuff.
Oh wow.
I'm mixing this up. There's a screen in a studio right behind on the other side of this camera.
Nice.
I'm mixing the last song right now. So
And she's a singer.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah, you have to send me a demo or something one time. So I like to
yeah.
listen to that.
As soon as I'm done with a couple tunes, I'll send them over and see what you think.
And what's the name of the band? No name.
Nah, we're kicking a few around. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's in the works. Dude, thank you
Yeah.
for sharing that. That's exclusive for Max 101.
Yeah, for sure.
Tori, thank you so much for your time again, dude. I hope to see you soon.
you.
I wish you the best, dude. I want, I'm so happy that you are, with all these projects with Enuff Z'nuff. I'm so happy for you, and dude, I can't wait to see you backstage in one of these, concerts and an interview live. You and Chip and everybody there, dude. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. I'll get Chip for you again. We'll do this in person.
Rock and roll. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you, man.